Hey everyone, this is Prince Watercrest, and welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man X3! In the last episode, we took on Volt Catfish, and we also beat Violet his own game. So now we just got two more Mavericks left, and that is Toxic Seahorse and Crushed Crawfish. I could beat one just as easily as the other one right now, because I basically have both of their weaknesses, and I have nearly everything in the game now. It's just down to 3 items. So I'm going to go ahead and do Toxic Seahorse, because that's pretty much how I did in the practice run. And these guys are so easy that I don't even need my sub-tanks for them. Unless I really screw up, though that probably won't happen with Toxic Seahorse. Anyway. Oh, that's right, I got the map now. That little open area right there, we're gonna find some stuff in it. So as a result, it's time to trek on and destroy what's ever in our way. And get some energy in the meantime too, that would work. Coming real close to filling up that second sub-tank. Can I actually do this with anything else? That would be great if I could. No, to just get that energy over there. We should be very, very close to filling it up. Thought I could get some extra stuff over there, but I guess not. Now it's just a matter of not dying here. That would be great. Okay. There's some energy here. I want it. Filled up the second sub-tank. Great. And I get hit right there. That's beautiful. But I should be able to get through the rest of this area no problem. Now, once we're out of this room, this is where the real fun begins. Because we'll be able to use the robot ride armor platform here and use the frog armor in particular. Remember how useless it seemed when I showed it off back in the Blast Hornet stage about a video or two ago? Well, you're about to see how well it works when you're in the right environment, which is underwater. Not only can you actually get around to some extent, but instead of the missiles going straight down, they home in on your enemies, which is really, really nice, and makes them very much worth using. Another thing to mention is the frost shield. When you use them in the water, the projectiles get bigger. Now, normally when you charge this thing up, you usually have this little icy spike fist where your blaster is. That's if you're on land. If you're in water, you make a platform. All you have to do is just jump up to let it go, and you can actually float to the top of the water. From there, just make the platform pretty much close to where I used it, and you should be able to dash jump to this platform and get the kangaroo robot ride armor. I could actually, you know what? I could use that for something else. I still have one more thing to show off that involves the armor. So I'll just show off the armor right now. I'll just show off the kangaroo armor while I have it. Yeah, it's not really kangaroo-ish, it just seems that way because, well, you have spiked fists, similar to what Vile's armor did, and therefore you have a lot more power in your punches. And now it's time to switch back to not the kangaroo, but the frog armor. Okay. Now we want to go a little further to the right. Be sure to use your jump here. You can actually get a lot farther and actually clear pits with it. Notice that with these little spike turtle robots, you can destroy these things, but the shell will usually still remain. And if you don't have the frog armor, these fans will push you back. Since we got rid of them, we don't have to deal with that. We can just take them out with a pair of missiles. Oh, oh, here it is. It's a pink capsule. I'll show these 4 off whenever I see them, and I will look for them. Now you may be wondering why this capsule is pink. This is the enhancements for the enhancements, or the enhancements that I was talking about. These are the chips, which the game calls them, and this one gives you the leg chip. This chip will enable you to dash in the air twice in a row. So, if you wanted to, you could dash upwards twice in a row. You could dash upwards and then to left or right, or you could dash left to right and then up. And that's basically all it does. Here's the kicker with the chips. You can only have one, and once you get one of them, you can't get the other 3. It is saved in your password. So you want to be very careful when you use these things. And I'm actually not going to use this one. Why? Because, well, you'll find out eventually. You'll find out as soon as I find the other 3. Now it's time for the mini-boss that's here. Want to shoot the supposed head of this thing, and also avoid all the mines. Thankfully you can slightly charge it up and avoid both the mines and the missiles that it drops. You can also shoot them down too, and also hit the head. This mini-boss isn't particularly hard by any means, so as long as you fire like blue level shots constantly, you should be good. Once you go through this door, the water drains and you'll be able to climb to the top. Not really many enemies here until you get to this point. And it's time to go up. Do not drop into the water here, you will die. This doesn't lead to anything suspiciously special or anything. Now when you go down here, scale the right wall. Don't just drop through it and then drop through the center, because you will fall into those spikes and die. This just leads to the end. Alright. This one, yes. We will want the frost shield for this one. And inside is Toxic Seahorse. This guy is very easy to take down. I thought I fired that. I kind of messed this up a little bit. Oh, come on, can I jump? Can I jump? That would be great. That's what I wanted to do. That little pattern right there. If you can time it just right, you can hit them, then jump up and shoot a frost shield at the top of your jump. And then once Toxic Seahorse gets out of the stun animation, he'll leap towards you, or rather he'll try to leap on top of you, onto you, only to run smack into the frost shield and come crashing down, back to the ground. And you can keep this up forever. I just figured this out while doing the practice run. Well, it's pretty nice. Anyway, for beating Toxic Seahorse, we get the Acid Burst. This lets us shoot the acid bubbles that Toxic Seahorse shot at us. We have one more Maverick to go. We haven't done anything here. But by the time I'm through, we will. Crush Crawfish, here we come. And I'm going to shut up when this level starts so I can show off the music. It is epic. And then the song repeats itself over and over. I wish the opening to when you start the stage just plays again, but sadly it doesn't. Anyway, we got 3 secrets. All 3 of them are right near us. I'll show you what they are and how to get to them. First of all, no, actually I don't want to do that. Not yet. Because there's something I want to do first. Equip the Triad Thunder and power it up. This will destroy this little floor tile down here. Drop down, and you'll get the Hawk armor, which I will go back and show off. Looks pretty nifty, doesn't it? You can shoot missiles, and unlike the kangaroo armor, they don't home in on anything in any way. They're just straight missiles. And when you double tap B, you can actually hover for a little while. This is actually very nice, and you can actually make very long jumps with it. I don't feel like getting that energy. There's still 2 things I want to look for here. Now, after this thing crushes the little floors here, you want to go 2 strings down, shoot the wall here, or hit it, or whatever, with the robot ride armor. And inside is the final heart tank of the game. And since that thing had left itself wide open to attack by just having its arms up there, we can actually destroy it really well. Okay. And I destroyed this with the... No, I guess not. Okay. Did my sound die? Hope it didn't. There we go. I was wondering why I couldn't hear myself jump. Anyway, I might as well just go ahead and just get the Hawk armor again. No big deal. I might as well. I kept thinking you didn't need the robot ride armor for that, but apparently you do. Now it's time to go down here. Shoot this wall down, hit it, whatever. And inside is the 3rd and last secret for this area. another pink capsule. This gives you the body chip. This chip will increase your defensive ability and it will let you take even less damage. When you get hit, instead of you having a blue shield, you have a red one. Once again, you can only have one of the 4 chips equipped on you, it's saving your password, and once you get one of the chips, you can't get the other 3. Yes, yes, yes. Tempting, but no. Robot Ride Armor's gone, but I don't care. That is a pit. That leads to nothing. And if I had my way, I would have fought Bite in this room. That's where he usually appears for me. Sadly, he doesn't appear there in this case. Now it's time for the second section. Never seen this guy before. This guy will actually lean back like that and actually shoot at you. Interesting note about the floor here. Notice how the projectile, the lower part of that projectile kind of went through it. I'm going to go ahead and show it off again. That is actually a secret passage down to a room below. That leads to the teleporter that takes you to Vile. If you've beaten Vile, you can't go down here. So that's 3 areas where you can fight Vile at. And there's not really much else in this area as far as I know. So now it's just time to go down here towards the submarine. And since I was able to hit him from there, it shouldn't take that much of an effort. And I managed to take him down very easily. Now it's time to take the high road here. Just take care of all these guys. And equip the Tornado Fang to break through this wall. Doesn't seem like you can, there's not really much of a hint, but that's what you use. You'll be able to get 2 extra lives. And once you get down to that conveyor belt over there, just walk off the edge and just go right to avoid the spikes as you drop. When you get in here, you want to shoot that thing in order to turn the sub on its side and let yourself continue. Should have saved that one for this one, but oh well. I don't really need much help in the way of taking this thing down. And there's not much in the way of enemies in this area anyway. Now for this one, you want to equip Triad Thunder, because that is Crush Crawfish's weakness. And he is very, very easy to take down. He will try to rush at you and try to just crush you with his claws. He will try to knock you out of the air. He will shoot orange things that will follow the wall. He does this weird backwards dash that knocks you into the wall. And he's also really easy to defeat, because the Triad Thunder does a load of damage. And even when he's flashing, it still doesn't take that much time to defeat him. You can hit him again almost instantly. For beating Crush Crawfish, we get the final Maverick weapon of the game. This awesome thing that looks like part of a weed whacker. It's called the Spitting Blade. Turns out this is Neon Tiger's weakness. Much like Toxic Seahorse should have been... Toxic Seahorse's Acid Burst should be used for Tunnel Rhino. But, well, I deviated a little bit, and as a result, I managed to get the final area of the game and get everything that I need before I enter. Which is beautiful. Anyway, when you beat all 8 Mavericks, You head back to Maverick HQ, you'll meet Dr. Kane, which apparently this is the only time he appears in the game. He never appears in the series after this, as best as I know. Not even as much of a mention against him. Maybe he dies after X3? I've never played past X4, so I honestly couldn't tell you. Anyway, he goes through the memory chips from the Mavericks that we've beaten. And turns out, there's some interesting stuff going on in Dr. Doppler's laboratory. He's creating a powerful new battle body, but there's something going on. You would think he'd be using it for himself, but turns out he won't be able to use it himself, so someone else is using it. And Mega Man comes to one conclusion that probably you and I could have figured out at this point. It's Sigma. Maybe. I mean, he failed to die the first time. I'm pretty sure he would fail to die again in Mega Man X2. The laboratory where Dr. Doppler has been working has been found. It's 100% his. There's no denying it. And now we gotta get down there and kick his butt. Also, the music here is really good too. I liked this as a kid. Now that we've beaten all 8 Mavericks, we get this stage in the bottom center. After it now shows up on the map, which means we can now take on Dr. Doppler in the next video. So join me then next time, where I'll also show off the remaining pink capsules as well. So until then, this is Prince Watercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!